Today is a special day. It's a day that only comes around once a year. It's Halloween! So in honor of this holiday, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 creepiest Pokemon. They can look creepy, sound creepy, have weird ass Pokedex entries, or a combination of all three. Obviously there's going to be some very personal opinions here, seeing as creepy is a subjective term. So be civil all you down there in the comment section. So with this video, I shall finish up Pokemon Month and bid you all a happy Halloween. Here's one that's been done to death, Cubone. The thing that mainly scares me about this Pokemon is that it wears its mother's skull. I understand death is a sad thing and all, but who honors their mother by wearing her skull? Imagine a Pokemon show and tell day. All the little Pokemon are excited to show off their stuff, and Cubone waltzes into class and shows the skull of its mother. Classy, Game Freak, real classy. Though the thing that limits this Pokemon to number 10 is that when a female Marowak gives birth, she dies. And that's how the Cubone gets its skull. But you can breed Marowaks in game, and you still have them. I don't see a dead Marowak laying around in the daycare. So where does that skull come from? One of the few Pokemon on here that is truthfully meant to be scary, Gundarr is 9th on this list. Gundarr, being the most recognizable ghost Pokemon, has some very creepy lore behind it. Wherever it is, the immediate area around it cools down by 10 degrees, and it lurks in the shadows, casting curses on people. It also can steal life from its target by sneaking into its shadow, which leads into the other creepy aspect of this Pokemon. It is widely considered to be the shadow of Clefable. Seeing as they both have similar body structures and have opposing types, this should very well be true. Gundarr is arguably the spookiest Pokemon that was actually meant to be horrific. And let's not forget that suicide-inducing music he's associated with. Yep, pure ear candy. This Pokemon is pretty adorable. It's a pretty little pumpkin thing. It's kinda Halloween-y, but I mean, it's not that spooky. And then we get to the source of all evil, the Pokedex entry. It enwraps its prey in its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. Okay, Game Freak. I don't know how we ventured into the world of Hannibal Lecter and bondage fetishes. How does this have a place in a kid's game? You'd expect this to be on RedTube or something, not in freaking Pokemon. Come on, Game Freak, what purpose does it serve to have a Pokemon this creepy in your game? Other than for footage to use in this video. Aw, look at Spoink. He's so adorable and innocent. Wrong! This thing is sad and disturbing. Its Pokedex entry reads, Spoink bounces on its tail. The shock of its bouncing makes its heart pump. As a result, the Pokemon cannot afford to stop bouncing. If it stops, its heart will stop. It straight up says he will die if he stops bouncing. That's a sad life. How does it even sleep? It just keeps freaking bouncing. Masse is a Pokemon that doesn't seem too frightening at first glance. That is, until we get to the Pokedex entries. They are memories of deceased humans. Well, that's kinda creepy, but not too bad. Wait, what the hell? They hold the face of the human they once were. What is this, Face Off? My god, Game Freak. I knew you put some weird stuff into your games, but I never think you'd put scalping into it. Most people wouldn't take Drowsy to be that creepy of a Pokemon. I mean, sure, he looks kind of Asian, but that's not too weird. Oh wait, never mind, he's a pedophile. Yep, Drowsy likes to eat dreams. Not just any dreams though, he likes children's dreams. They're tastier! Alright, Game Freak is obviously thinking business here. Our main demographic is children. So let's put a pedophilic descendant of a chimera that has the ability to devour dreams and nightmares in our kids' game. You know, Game Freak. Here's one you didn't expect so high on this list. It's Cacturn. Nothing really special about it, it's just a cactus. Well, I bet you didn't know cacti were stalkers and murderers. Cacturn's Pokedex entry states that if Cacturn sees a wanderer in the desert, it will follow the wanderer in hordes. It waits for the wanderer to get tired. But the entry never finalizes what the Cacturn do to them. It only leaves us to assume that Cacturn are murderous members of the Planti Kingdom. Here we have an evolutionary line from the newest generation, Esper and Meowstic. Both these Pokemon are incredibly creepy, partially because of their Pokedex entries. Esper's Pokedex entry reads as follows. It has enough psychic energy to blast everything within 300 feet of itself, but it has no control over its power. So let me see. It can destroy everything within 300 feet, and has no control. So it's an atomic bomb. Alright, that's cool, Game Freak. But the terror doesn't start till we get to its evolution, Meowstic, and its Pokedex entry. When in danger, it raises its ears and releases enough psychic power to grind a 10-ton truck to dust. How is it even legal to battle with this thing? If it can destroy a 10-ton truck, imagine what it can do to a freaking Pikachu. Though the worst part of this evolutionary line is Esper's design. Just look at the soulless stare in its eyes. This might as well be the leader of Team Galactic. While not officially a Pokemon, MissingNo is one of the scariest Pokemon in history. Being an abomination of code itself, MissingNo has become quite the legend. It's a programming glitch that even seeing it can have some very strange effects on your gaming experience. Catching it makes things even worse. For some reason, catching MissingNo results in the item in your 6th slot to be duplicated, so you have 128 of them. That's actually pretty good, but it's not that helpful when your game looks like this. Also, MissingNo is classified as a bird Pokemon. Since when the hell are there bird Pokemon? This thing's just weird. And depending on how you look at it, MissingNo can be considered one of the most powerful Pokemon ever created. Just the sight of it can cause you to have to reset your game, effectively erasing all your Pokemon from existence. So if you ask me, MissingNo is pretty creepy. So we look at Mewtwo. We see a pretty average Pokemon. He's got arms, legs, a head, and a tail. Wait a minute. Tails don't come out of the front. Holy shit, that's a penis.